Hello there. So in this lesson, we are going to cover what are text elements in HTML. In HTML, the text elements help us to structure and format the content which is there on our web page. So basically the main objective of text formatting with these text elements is to break big block of content, big block of text into a more logical, easy readable format. The very first element that we are going to cover is the heading element. Headings are used to define the titles and the subtitles, making it easier for users and search engines to understand the structure of a web page. Now, there are different kinds of headings. So out here, you can see that Aura Talent Agency is one of the big headings out here on our web page on the right. But there are also smaller headings. So you can see that our top models page is a smaller heading than Aura Talent Agency. And even how to book our models is more smaller. So let's just start writing the code so we get a better hold on the concept by writing it live. So I'm just going to create an h1 tag, which is the heading tag, and I'm going to put some text into it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write Aura Talent Agency, and then I'm going to go live because this is the page which is already made. So we want to look at our current page. So this is our current page, and we have successfully created a headline called the Aura Talent Agency. Now the next thing which I'm going to do is I'm just basically going to copy all the headings. I'll show you why I'm doing this, all right? And instead of the H1, I'm going to write H2 out here. On the third one, I'm just going to write H3, and fourth one, H4, H5, and H6. So basically there are 6 types of headings. And once I click on my web page, there we go. So we see the different types of headings and their sizes. So H1 is obviously the main title or the top heading, and it's only used once per page usually. H2 is a subheading underneath H1, H3 is a subheading underneath H2, and so on and so forth. H4, H5, H6, these represent lower level headings used for further details or subsections. To make this more clear, I'm just going to quickly take you to my blog. So out here, you can see the first heading as 12 web applications that use JavaScript. That is the H1 tag. Then underneath that heading, we see these subsections of H2 tags, which are the names of the web application, Facebook, Candy Crush Saga, etc. So we do not have much range of headings out here till H6, but we get the point, right? So let's now come back to our code and let's analyze all these headings which are there on the page which we want to make. So out here, you can see the Aura Talent Agency is in the H1 tag. Then we have a smaller heading, which is our top models, which is in an H2 tag. Then we have more subheadings under the H2 tag, which is how to book our models, featured models. We also have one more at the bottom, why should you choose our models, which is the H3. And also we have one more heading, which was the contact us, which was the H2 tag. So let's start creating all our headings one by one. So before that, I am just gonna remove all these H tags, the heading tags which we have created, and I'm just gonna show you on the page we're actually creating live on. So I'm just gonna delete all these, and yeah, I'm gonna start fresh by creating our first heading into the body element. So let's write the H1 tag and write Aura Talent Agency, which is going to be our first heading of our web page. Then comes the H2 tag. On our H2 tag, we are going to write our top models. Then we have to create our H3 tag, and in our H3 tag, we are going to create, we're going to write how to book our models, and we are also going to create one more of that H3 tag where we're going to include the featured model section. So let me just copy this and make a duplicate of that. So the good thing about downloading Prettier plugin is basically it always formats it. Let me just expand over this. I'm going to take the H3 tag and I'm going to duplicate one more time where we can just write why should you choose our models. I'm just going to type it out manually instead of copying it. Why should you choose our models? And then we can see that after this H3 tag, we have a little bit of a bigger heading, and we are going to call this H2, and we are going to write contact us in that. So now that we're done, let's just go to the page, the live page where we're creating this actual code right now and see how it looks. So basically we have our H1, which is the Aura Talent Agency, H2, our top models, H3, which are the 3 subheadings, and the last H2, which is the contact us. So let's now check how can we add all these content which is there under the headings and the subheadings. So to add normal text, to add text under the headings, we use the P tag. The P tag stands for paragraph. This tag defines a paragraph of the text and is the most common way to display regular blocks of text. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this paragraph from our text file, and I'm going to paste it in the paragraph tag which we created in the index.html. So there we go, we have pasted our content, but there's some bit of more content which is there on another line, which is here are some quick tips, and also out here under why should you book us, there's another piece of content which we should add under the paragraph tag. So for both of these content, I am going to create the P tag, and we are going to add this onto our index.html file. So let's start with, here are some quick steps. So I'm going to create another P tag out here, and see how prettier formats it automatically and produces the closing tag as well. Pretty cool, right? So I'm just going to copy the text and paste it out here. And as I said, there's another piece of text, which is the paragraph text, which is under the why should, why choose our models. So what we're going to do is, okay, so how to book our models is here. And then here are some quick steps. We've covered that. And oh, I couldn't see this featured model. Yes, it was always, it was written as something else. So I've just corrected it right now, the featured models. So that was our another heading, H3 heading. I think you guys must have spotted that earlier when I was making the change. But yeah, people make mistakes all the time, especially in coding. So it's nice to debug it always and get your content straight. So let's create the rest of the content quickly. So under the featured models, I am going to create a paragraph tag again. And I'm going to include this content, which is the name of the model and the text audio intro after that. So we picked up a pretty cool name, Eliza Sokolov. I think it's Russian. So we've included that text. Now let's add another P tag and include our content on here are some reasons why we are the best. And this should be under the subheading of why should you choose our models. Simple. So now we have all our paragraph text covered under this as well. Pretty cool, right? So we have covered most of the text elements into this lesson, but we also have to cover ordered list and unordered list, which I'm going to show you in the next lesson on how to actually write those tags and how to create those elements. So we can create pointers, numbered pointers, and we can create bullet points onto our web page. But there's also something else which I wanted to cover, that was, can you just check this? The book now text is written in bold. So how do we do that? So out here, basically to write something in bold letters, we create the strong element, the strong tag. And inside the strong tag has a closing tag as well. And inside the strong tag, we are just going to copy, paste the book now text and insert it inside the strong tag. So yeah, there we go. We're done with that. So let's just check this really quickly. And there we go. We have the book now written in bold letters. Also, I wanted to show you another feature, which is how to write the text in italics. So what we're going to do is, as you can see, like here are some quick steps. The quick steps is written in italics. So for italics, what we use is we use a simple tag, which is called the EM tag. So EM stands for emphasis. So let me just really quickly create this. And what we're going to do is we're going to take quick steps let's leave the hyphen out. We're just going to cut it out and paste it inside the EM tags. So there we go. The change has been made on our live page. So let's go back again and let's see if there's any more features to be covered out here. So we also have the underline feature. So we're going to cover the underline feature, but because we have not created the ordered list right now, but what we can do is we can create this underline feature on some other text. So what we're going to do is we are going to underline the whole line. Here are some quick steps. So for underlining, we have to create the U tag. The U stands for underline. And what we are going to do is we are going to take, here are some, along with the emphasis tag, cut it and paste it inside the underlined tags. And let's see if our change has been done. There, boom. So we have, here are some quick steps with the italics, and the whole line is underlined. Perfect. So now, as a part of a challenge, what I want you guys to do is basically take the first 3 words and convert the first letters of each word into bold. So we don't have ordered list, so we're going to do it on booking our models is easy instead of booking our portfolio. So I want you guys to, again, I'm just going to repeat the exercise and going to give you some time to actually do it. Basically take any first 3 words of a content and convert the first letters into bold of each word. So take your time and see how you guys fare. All right, so if you guys haven't figured it out, we are going to now create a strong tag out here, and we are just going to take the first letter, cut it out, and paste it in middle of the strong tags. We are then going to do the same thing for the first letters of the other words. So again, I am going to create a strong tag. There we go, strong tag, and we're going to take the first letter, cut it out, and just simply paste it in middle of the strong tag. Again, for the third word, I'm going to create my strong tag, take the first letter, and going to cut it and paste it in middle of the strong tags. I'm just going to quickly capitalize this letter and delete the older letter from the models M. Let's go, and there we go, we have it. Booking our models is easy. We have successfully highlighted the first letters of the first 3 words in that piece of content.